Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm sharing some more work lunch ideas today, and this video is kindly sponsored by Elephant Box. Elephant Box lunchboxes are made from food grade steel. These are their clip and seal lunchboxes, this smaller one being their clip and seal number 4, which is 1.2 litres. These are leak proof with the silicone seal in the lid. They also have a removable flexible divider. You can take this out to make use of the whole container or put the divider in to add some variety into your lunchbox. This also comes in the clip and seal number 6, which is larger in size and has a 1.9 litre capacity. These are freezer and oven safe, meaning, for example, you can layer up a lasagna in this and bake it in the oven, then store leftovers in it in the fridge. They also have these handy sporks with a spoon on one end and a fork on the other in a cork sleeve. These are great to pack in with the lunch boxes, or I just always have one to hand in my bag. Plus there's their seal and go dressing pot pair with silicone lids, and these are perfect for dressing or dipping sauces, as well as their seal and go snack pots, which are just the right size for smaller snacks, dips or yogurts, since they're leak proof too. Check out Elephant Box for their amazing range of stainless steel storage and more. There's also a discount code in the description box below for you. As usual, I've set this out as a weekly plan if you'd like to follow it, or just use them as individual ideas. So Monday's lunch, or just idea number 1, is a courgette and dill fritter bagel. Make the fritters by adding half a block of well-drained silken tofu to a bowl, along with 3/4 of a cup of chickpea flour, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, a teaspoon each of onion granules and garlic powder, then 1 teaspoon of English mustard. Add in a good pinch of sea salt and lots of black pepper. Pour in half a cup of oat milk, then whisk together really well until smooth. Take a courgette and slice it in half, then reserve the other half for another lunch, and then place a clean tea towel over a bowl or plate and grate the other half of the courgette into the tea towel. Gather up the tea towel with a grated courgette in the centre, twist it together and squeeze it as tightly as possible to draw out all of the water from the courgette. It needs to be as dry as possible. Once done, add the grated courgette to the bowl. The courgette liquid can be mixed into vegetable stock. Then add in 2 sliced spring onions and 1/3 of a cup each of chopped fresh coriander and chopped fresh dill. Then whisk it together again until well combined. Put a non-stick pan on a medium heat and drizzle in some olive oil. Very important, this is a non-stick pan and it's well oiled too. Add 1/4 of a cup of the mixture at a time to the centre of the pan and just leave it to shape itself. After a couple of minutes on one side, slide a spatula underneath and flip it over onto the other side to cook until golden in colour. You should get around 5 even-sized fritters from this mixture, and once each one is done, place it on the tea towel. I used the same one as I did to drain the courgette to soak up any excess oil. Place the 4 smallest fritters in a container for lunch the following day and store in the fridge. Put the largest fritter to one side, then take a lightly warmed sesame bagel, spread over some vegan pesto on the bottom half, add on some mixed salad leaves, then add the courgette and dill fritter on the top. Top it with some sliced avocado and some fresh coriander leaves, then spread some vegan mayonnaise on the top half of the bagel. You can slice it or keep it whole, either way it fits perfectly into the clip and seal number 4, and the divider stops it from moving around. I packed this one with some salad leaves, some chopped tomatoes and sliced cucumber, a drizzle of olive oil on top, and I put one of the seal and go snack pots in there as well with some blueberries and raspberries. Both the seal and go dressing pots and snack pots fit perfectly in the clip and seals. I've done this so it can be made without using a blender or food processor, and they can be made the night before. These are smaller versions of my tofu omelettes with a few adaptations to that recipe, and these little fritters are packed full of protein from the tofu and the chickpea flour. They work really nicely as a little sandwich filler together with the creamy avocado and mayo and all of the flavours from the green pesto. Tuesday's lunch, or another idea, is a courgette and dill fritter salad. This is a quick and easy one to throw together. Just take the fritters that you set aside from the day before, and for the salad in the other compartment, I just added a good handful of mixed salad leaves, placed in some more chopped tomatoes and sliced cucumber. I also added in some sliced apple. Here I also made a dipping sauce for the fritters with half a cup of vegan Greek style yogurt. Then I squeezed in around a tablespoon of lemon juice and added in around 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh dill, and then just mix that to combine it well. I took the seal and goes and I added the dill yogurt dip to the snack pot, and then in the dressing pot I put some almond butter as a dip for the apple slices, and place both of those in the main box. A tip for keeping your sliced apple as fresh as possible is to squeeze over some fresh lemon juice, and that helps to prevent them from turning brown. I also added in some fresh coriander onto the fritters and put a lemon wedge in with them too. These fritters are so flavourful. They're delicious hot or cold, and they pair so nicely with a dill yoghurt for dipping. A really great snacky kind of lunch, and they're very filling. I've paired a lot of these lunches with just a nice healthy salad as a side to keep costs down, to not waste ingredients, and to keep it nutritious. But you could instead add in some quinoa, sliced pita bread, couscous. These fritters are really versatile for many different options. Wednesday's lunch, or yet another idea, is this creamy pesto and courgette rigatoni. Take the other half of the courgette left over from Monday and slice it up into rings. Drizzle a little olive oil in a pan on a medium heat and fry the courgette on each side until golden in colour with a little sprinkle of salt on top, then leave to cool. For the creamy pesto, place the leftover other half of the silken tofu in a mixing bowl. Then add in 1/4 cup of vegan green pesto, grate in the zest of around half a lemon and squeeze in the juice of half. Season well with salt and black pepper, then pour in around a tablespoon of oat milk to just bring it together. Whisk the creamy pesto until smooth, then add a portion of pre-cooked pasta into the pesto. It's always a good idea to cook up a portion of pasta the night before for lunch the next day. My original idea for this was to blend the courgette into the sauce, so if you have a blender, you can do so as a different option, but I wanted to make this another recipe that's easily made without a blender or food processor. So in this case, I put the fried courgette on the top of the pasta, added in a wedge of lemon and topped it with some pine nuts and black pepper. Then with this lunch, I put some more mixed salad on the other side of the divider with some chopped tomatoes on top, drizzled over some olive oil, and then in a seal and go snack pot, I put some high protein vegan yogurt and added in some raspberries and blueberries. This creamy pesto pasta is absolutely delicious. The pesto is smooth and creamy from the silken tofu. Then there's all of those flavours in the pesto. The lemon juice keeps it fresh, and as I mentioned, if you wanted, you could blend the courgette into the sauce or just mix them into the pasta as I did. Again, it's good either hot or cold. Thursday's lunch, or idea number 4, is this maple soy tempeh noodle salad. Make the maple soy tempeh by adding roughly 200 grams of tempeh chunks to a bowl. Then drizzle over 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup and a tablespoon of soy sauce. Toss the tempeh chunks through the marinade to coat them well and leave to marinate for 30 minutes if you can. Again, this is best made the night before. Place the tempeh chunks in a non-stick pan on a medium heat and fry for a couple of minutes on each side until golden and caramelized from the maple syrup. Then leave to cool. Add a portion of pre-cooked noodles to the same mixing bowl with what's left of the marinade in the bottom. Then add in some carrot ribbons using a vegetable peeler and toss them through to coat well. You can add whatever you like to this noodle salad. Here I added some shredded red cabbage, then half of the maple soy tempeh pieces, some lime and some fresh coriander with spring onion, and I sprinkled over some sesame seeds. I also took this seal and go dressing pot and added some light, very runny tahini into it as a dressing for the salad. And then in a seal and go snack pot, I put some cashew nuts and some chunks of vegan chocolate. And then I also placed some fresh strawberries in the container with those. This combination is so tasty. The chewy noodles with the carrot in that leftover marinade together with the crispy crunch of the red cabbage for some texture. Then those maple soy pieces of tempeh which just soak up all of those flavours from the marinade, together with the flavours from the lime juice, the coriander and spring onion, and the tahini works so well as a dressing for this. It's creamy and just brings everything together so nicely. Then finally, Friday's lunch, or the last idea, is a maple soy tempeh salad wrap. Lightly warm through a large tortilla, then use up the remaining ingredients from the day before. Add in some shredded red cabbage, some more carrot ribbons, then add on the remaining maple soy tempeh left over from the day before, some sliced avocado on top, as well as some spring onions and fresh coriander. Then wrap it up as tightly as possible, slice it in half, And this fits perfectly in the clip and seal number 4 lunchbox with the divider to hold them in place. Again, here I took a seal and go dressing pot and I added some more of that light, very runny tahini into it to use as a dressing over the wraps or as a dip for them. Then in a seal and go snack pot, I put some more high protein vegan yogurt and added in some blueberries and some chopped strawberries. I put the dressing in the lunchbox, and to fill out the extra space, I used up some of the leftover salad, again keeping it healthy and fresh, some sliced cucumber on top and a little olive oil. And the snack pot can then be packed separately. Again, these are leak proof, so you won't need to worry about any spillages. So quick and easy to throw together, and at the end of the week especially, a great way to use up leftovers as a filling. There's just so many textures from the crunchy cabbage and carrot, the creamy avocado and those meaty pieces of maple soy tempeh, plus all of the flavours again with the tahini dressing. It's just so good. And that's it for my week of lunch ideas. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out Elephant Box in the link below, as well as my discount code. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!